Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to In the 18 area with Ishmael, where we discuss football matters. The African Cup of Nations has come and gone. We saw the drama, the action, and everything that you can think of that was in the final of that AFCON final. There's one thing that came out and it came out loud. It is the result of bad match officiating. I believe the football associations all over the world need to look at this issue with a stern interest into solving the problem. I don't know how long people have been complaining about bad match officiating. It has happened for so many ages, and it seems like the referees get away with it. We have seen in other matters like cricket where people are caught to have been bribed and all those kind of things. There's so much that is happening. There are so many gambling firms. You don't know who would have influenced who to do what. So I believe it has been a long time coming that a team will do like what Senegal did. Yes, it was wrong. But sometimes in desperate times, it calls for desperate measures. I don't know if CAF have been watching these games or they only watched the final, because it is not the first time that a team that plays against Morocco has had a problem with the officiating. It's not a secret that the referees, as it seems to be pushing a narrative or an agenda to get the cup to Morocco. We know that it's been a long time since they haven't won it. It is a sign that they're not yet there. They might think that they've got the resources. They might think that they've got the good players, but good players alone is not enough to win a Cup of Nations. Senegal has done it twice in 4 years, or in 5 years, let me say. Twice in 5 years, they've done it twice. So it's not about having everything. You can't buy your way. I'm not saying they bought, but it looks like they bought their way into the final and even into winning the cup, of which the codes of football refused that it could happen. If you look at the games, previous games before the final, if CAF were watching, they were supposed to call their referees and tell them, guys, just be fair. Judge according to what you see. Judge according to where VAR, so that in decisions whereby you're not sure, just ask the VAR to check. And the VAR must check. They must not just be there just to push a certain agenda. As Africa, as the whole world, we believe that an unfair final was going to be seen. If Morocco had scored that penalty, it was going to be a different. Even themselves, they wouldn't have enjoyed winning that cup, because everyone was against Morocco winning that cup because of the previous results and the previous games, the judgments against. I was watching the game between Morocco and Cameroon and Morocco and Nigeria. All the fouls that Morocco committed, especially on that game, I think it was Cameroon, where there were so many elbows. What was done? Nothing. Elbows that deserved red cards, yellow cards, nothing. Not even a charge was done. So if CAF is watching those kind of things and they keep quiet, it leads to people doing what the vigilante action, like what Senegal did. Senegal are the champions right now, and they deservedly so won it. Whether they protested and went outside, but it is a result of an association that doesn't act. You can't tell me that FIFA didn't see any wrongdoing in the refereeing. They or even CAF. It's not like they condemned it. They never said anything. They were supposed to act. Call those guys. They're all there in Morocco. Call them to a meeting, guys. What's happening? Is there anyone that has got that can't officiate, or that have got an affiliation to someone who gave them money? I don't know how much they get paid, those guys, to be so impartial. A referee is supposed to judge what they see. They must not create results. The reason why Senegal striked is because they were realizing that a certain agenda is being pushed to actually give the cup to Morocco. Thank God, it's not just money or an influence from somewhere that can win people accolades, cups like that. Senegal did good. They might be sanctioned, but all over the world, this is known that an injustice cannot prevail. Senegal did good. I'm sorry, their coach has been suspended. At least he took one for the team. He took one for the country. I believe everyone else would understand why he had to do so, because CAF and even FIFA, they've come out to castigate what Senegal did. It's okay, they are the mother association, but what are they doing about bad match officiating? We can't hide behind sanctioning people. We can't hide behind suspending people. In the long run, what are they doing? What steps, what measures are they taking to make sure that the officials are impartial? Nothing. So the guys, even if they are bribed, even if whatever, for whatever reason, they will do as they please because there's no consequences to them. I believe right now, if they were to review all the matches, they have to call out their referees and say, why did you charge this way here? VAR, why didn't you review this? Because they are there for that reason. They're getting paid for that reason. But because they are at a point whereby they can't even manage to control their people, because they can't control their officials. This is what happens when an association that is supposed to govern is not governing, because they were supposed to be governing the competition to making sure that everything runs smoothly. There were complaints from Senegal about their treatment from Morocco. We didn't hear a word from CAF. Maybe they did, but I didn't see it myself. So those kind of things are what the mother association must address. Yes, we understand that there are some, obviously, there are some people who are against change. I believe what CAF is trying to introduce, where, in my own opinion, where they're saying the AFCON can come after 4 years, it's fine. As long as there's the competition in between. Why don't people want change? Because this AFCON that has always been there, that comes after 2 years. There's nothing much that is, it's not even, CAF was not even making money out of it. So if ever they can change and put in it's not like things have to remain the same. They can do African Nations League. Nothing wrong with that. Europe does it. So is it wrong? If ever it's wrong for CAF to copy what Europe is doing, then people must go back to wearing their traditional African gear. They must stop using European stuff, because you can't, on the other hand, speak in their language. You can't, on the other hand, validate yourself by being in Europe or wherever. But whenever it comes to changing things according to how Europeans are doing it, it's now a problem. Most of these players are playing in Europe. They are considered the best because they are playing in Europe, but you want to denounce Europe in one angle and you want to promote Europe on the other. No, it has to be fair. If ever FIFA or CAF decides to put in a competition, people should wait and see how it pans out. If ever it feels, definitely after the terms of whoever is changing things, they can return back to the normal way that they want. But I don't think it's benefiting anyone to have the Cup of Nations every 2 years, or not even have a new competition. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with not having what's wrong with not having a new competition? People must accept change, and those that are sent just to denounce CAF has been doing well. According to the reports that we get, they are even making a profit, something that has never happened in the history of CAF. So what is wrong with them trying to do something for the money that they make, trying to raise? We never used to like AFCON, the way that it was played. Unfortunately, these incidents in Morocco have made it one of the worst. But in terms of the teams being balanced and all that kind of stuff, the competition besides the poor officiating, this has been one of the best AFCONs according to my own knowledge, and not because another team has not won or some other team has been knocked out early. This has been, let me put it out there, this has been one of the best AFCONs, save for the incident that happened on Sunday and other few incidents whereby it was obvious that the officials were favoring a certain kind of team, So, but anyway, let's see what CAF does in terms of fighting this poor bad match officiating. Let's hope they're going to do something instead of sanctioning people and all that. If they have to do it, they have to do it. But what are they doing to prevent future problems? Because this problem is not like a new problem. It has been there for ages, but nothing has happened. Let's see if it's gonna prompt them to create measures that prevent bad refereeing, or that make it a point that decisions are even overruled. If ever a match official does something that is bad, they have to overrule, and whatever, a match being replayed, or they can even take away points or whatever, or even sanction the referee. I don't know how they can do it, but something must be done so that the officials know that when they are there in the middle of the park, they control everything. They are liable to everything, Thank you.